Right, listen, before we sign off for Christmas, and I hope all you guys that have got in touch with the show throughout the last 6 months, thank you so much for sticking with us. Thanks for the comments. They're greatly appreciated. There's no show, no Hotline Live without you guys. So thanks very much for all that. But before we go for Christmas, Andy, can we talk about Big Ange? Because it's creating some stushy. I mean, I'm loving it. I think that we're lucky in a way that we got to know him and what he's like and what he likes and what he doesn't like. And you're kind of looking at it through a lens of, with our previous experience, listen, guys, he's never going to change. He's just not going to change. And the more you ask him that question, the more stubborn he's going to get. But I don't know. Did you see Spurs 3, Liverpool 6?
Yeah, I watched it last night. I just find it remarkable. Like, I was obviously at Ibrox for the game against Rangers, and there's no way Rangers should be competing with a team like Tottenham Hotspur with the money, the investment they've got, the riches that they've got, the on-field talent they should have at their disposal. But the game was wide open, and I think that was just because Postecoglou is this obviously philosophy, just go, go, go. And there's not enough focus on let's control. Because if Spurs had just had a level of control, composure in the centre midfield, and focused on not allowing Rangers to breathe on the ball and pinning Rangers back, they'd have wiped the floor with Rangers.
Yeah.
And obviously, Postecoglou keeps talking about, we've got no centre backs, we've got no, our goalkeepers out injured, we're having to go at a 36-year-old Fraser Foster, we've got an 18-year-old defensive midfielder playing at centre back, we've got no left back. And you're like, well, if that's the case, why are you leaving them exposed? I mean, listen, I get he's got a philosophy, it's took him this far, and who the hell am I, or anything else there is to question his methods. But right now, he looks like it's going to get you the sack, mate. And that's, he's obviously we've just had an email in from one of the bookmakers. I think he's 3-1 to get his jotters, and that's fine. Listen, if he's going to go down, he's going to do it his way. That's fine, but it doesn't have to be this way. You can just tweak things. Doesn't mean you have to rip up your entire philosophy of football. Doesn't mean you have to go full Walter catch.
What an actual
15 men at the back, 17 centre backs in your team. But you can just tweak. You can just be a wee bit more cautious. You can just make sure you're covering the spaces. You're dropping guys in. You're not throwing both full backs, all 4 midfielders and 18 strikers at opposition.
It's mental, isn't it? It's mental.
Yeah,
I mean, and he's so stubborn. He's so stubborn. But do you know something, Andy? I admire him for it.
And I think a great watch. I mean,
but here's the thing, right? See, with Spurs, you're looking at it, is he going to get sacked, right? And you were looking at him. I think he came out for the second half yesterday, and he's shaking his head. He looks miserable, entirely miserable about the whole thing. But what I noticed was, and what I found really interesting was that against that backdrop, the Spurs fans were singing the Ange Postecoglou song on more than one occasion, even when it was a heavy, heavy doing. Does that not tell you something? I think the fans are ready to stick with Ange Postecoglou. I don't think there's going to be pressure on the Spurs board to make that change, not from the supporters. I mean, they might take it upon themselves, but I don't think the fans are pushing for that. The fans are pushing for change at boardroom level. Yeah. But I think they're prepared to go with Big Ange and see if he was given, and I think this will be their argument, give this guy the cash that he needs in the transfer market. Give him the ability to replace some of the players that they've got with a better individual quality, and then play that style of football up against the best. Mm-hmm. And what a team you're going to end up with. Yeah, I think that's the exciting thing about him.
Yeah, because I think they saw in glimpses last year, especially early on,
what it looks like.
This is a style of football that is, makes you want to pay whatever it is, 80 quid a ticket down there to go and watch your team. I mean, it is it's better than watching a Jose Mourinho team or an Antonio Conte team where it's just pragmatism all the way. Mm-hmm. There's at least they're going to try and entertain you and get you up off your seats. But there has to be an element as well that it's about winning. Football's not here for to make pretty patterns. It's about winning at the end of the day. Okay, I think that's an issue with Spurs. They're, as a club, they don't have that same expectation, they don't have that same history. And I think that bleeds into certain decision making at the time. I think, and I think it bleeds into the way the fans react sometimes because they don't have that knee jerk fury that happens when they slip up. But there's something to be said for being a bit more ruthless about that. I mean, end of the day, what would you rather? Would you rather go and watch a team that loses 5-4 every week, but at least play well?
I'm all over. I am all over watching this Spurs side. It's just brilliant.
I mean, so they are, but I'm not a Spurs fan. You know, it's great for the neutral to sit there and watch it, but I think at the end of the day, sooner or later, the punters get fed up about this. I mean, they've been waiting, you know, how many years is it? Was it sometime in the 50s or early 60s that they won their last league title? They've not won a League Cup since, I think Alan Hutton was playing for them at that point. They've not won an FA Cup since Gary Lineker was playing for them. So, listen, it's all well and good saying the most entertaining team in England, but it doesn't win your trophy. So I think sooner or later that's the bottom line that bites. And if he doesn't, you know, it's obviously he's got them through to a League Cup semi-final down there. Past Man United where they chucked that one away. But
and now he's got 2 more games against Liverpool.
Yeah, so good luck with that one, Ange. But listen, if you can get through that, listen, even a League Cup down there would be huge for Spurs because they've been so bereft of silverware. So if he can do that, and obviously he's made a big play of this, I always win in my second season. Well, now the pressure's on. So I just had an interview with him earlier on today where he was talking about they're hoping to get some of these guys back in January, the defenders back, Romero and the likes. If they can do that, then okay. Even that might put a pressure on because these guys come back and results don't change. Then the only thing left to happen then is he goes. So, bye. But listen,
well, look,
I think like this, we'll keep watching. It's I'm entertained. He said, "Are you not entertained?" I'm entertained, but I'm not sure the Spurs fans will do that for too long.
Well, listen, as someone who has Liverpool's best interests very close to heart, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and you just keep going with that. And we'll see you in the semi-final.